I set it down without a sound and didn't look back. There were words I kept repeating, like they change with time. But echoes don't grow answers, they just circle the same lines. I learned the weight of holding on to things already gone. Some habits stay long after what they leaned on is done. I let go of what was heavy, not what was true. Some things leave your hands before they leave you. I trace the outline of a moment that no longer fit, trying to make it useful when it had already quit. Everyone says keep moving, like it's something new. But sometimes moving forward is knowing what not to do. I let go of what kept asking for more than I had. Peace isn't giving up, it's choosing what lasts. I don't miss it like I thought I would. I don't miss it at all. It was loud, it was familiar, but never really mine to hold. What stays now is quieter, but doesn't disappear. It feels like standing still without the weight of fear. Not every ending needs a reason, not every loss needs proof. Some doors close gently when you finally loosen the truth. No lesson framed in gold, no line to underline, just something easing out of you, right on time. I let go of what was heavy and kept what stayed. Some things fall away, so you don't have to break. I walk lighter than before, nothing left to prove. I didn't lose a thing, I just made room. Rain moves slowly down the street. Coffee steam in the cooling air. Metal chairs hum soft and low. Cars slide by like distant thoughts. Everything knows where to go. I'm sitting still while the world walks on. Rain stitching lines along the road. This song drifts out from the cafe door, and suddenly I feel at home. People pass in muted tones, reflections bending in the glass. Nothing I
Rain leans into the afternoon. The record starts a little late. I take a seat that isn't mine, but no one seems to mind. The table's cool, the cup is warm, the air feels undersigned. Cars pass slow with tired lights, like thoughts that lost their way. I listen more than I expect and let the moment stay. I'm not here to make it mean something, I'm not here to decide. I let the song sit in the background like the rain outside. The server moves between the chairs. We practice quiet grace. Somewhere a laugh dissolves itself before it finds a place. The music's worn, the timing's loose. It drags then pulls ahead, like it's remembering another room it used to live in. I'm not trying to hold the hour or give it a name. I let it pass at its own pace, and I do the same. The street keeps breathing under gray. Each sound a softened shape. A bus-sized heart, a door lets go. The afternoon near escapes. I stir my coffee once or twice, then stop halfway through. Some things don't need finishing to feel true. If the rain gets bored and leaves, I'll still be sitting here. The track will hum its opening and disappear. No lift, no drop, no final line, no cue to move along. Just space enough to sit inside a half-forgotten song. I'm not here to make it louder, I'm not here to stay. I let the music keep its distance and carry me that way. The cup goes empty, not the street. The rain forgets my name. I leave the song where I found it, still playing just the same. The song begins where the words stop. I held a sentence too long. It folded in on itself. What I meant became smaller until it didn't need a sound. Time didn't wait or listen, it simply moved along, leaving me with the shape of something never done. I wasn't quiet, I was choosing where to leave the truth behind. Some things lose their meaning when you force them into lines. And I practiced saying nothing, like it was something learned. Letting moments pass untouched wasn't always earned. There's comfort in the pause between intention and release, where nothing has to prove that it deserves to be. I wasn't holding back a feeling, I was letting it stay whole. Not every thought is meant to be delivered or exposed. Arrives too early, it forgets what it came for. Some thoughts need the dark before they reach the door. No signal, no reply, no ending dressed in sound, just a rhythm underneath that keeps moving without doubt. I didn't lose what I was thinking, I just left it where it stood. Some truths don't ask for light to be understood. The song goes on without me, still steady, still the same. I walk away from the echo and don't call it a name.
Rain taps softly on the cafe glass. A cup of tea grows warm in my hands. Clouds hang low over quiet streets. People pass like faded notes in coats of gray and gentle feet. I sit with the rain this afternoon, letting time move slow and kind. In this little corner of the day, I leave my louder feels soft, I need no more. Rain hushes the pavement below. The table holds a quiet shape, ceramic warm against my sleeve. A bell inside the doorway rings and settles back into the street. Buses pass like half-known tunes. The air smells dark and clean. I let the afternoon decide what it will be. I'm not arriving, not leaving, just letting the moment stay. The music keeps a careful distance, and that's enough today. A folded paper, ink on thin, time drips between each line. Somewhere a spoon meets porcelain, then forgets it made a sound. The city speaks in lower tones, as if it learned to wait. I nod along, I take it slow, I don't debate. I'm not asking for the meaning or a reason to begin. I rest inside the gentle middle, where nothing needs to win. If the rain decides to wander off, I'll still be here a while. The song will keep its even pace and wear a smaller smile. No sudden turn, no lifted key, no ending to prepare. Just room enough to breathe between what's here and there. I'm not arriving, not leaving, I let the seconds play. The music keeps a careful distance and carries me that way. The cup goes cold, the street goes on, the cafe hums unchanged. I fold this hour into my coat and walk away. I left before the room noticed. I packed light on purpose, only what I could explain, everything I couldn't name. I chose to leave the same. There were habits dressed as reasons, old routines and borrowed clothes. I didn't argue with them, I just let them go. I didn't take it with me, what I couldn't hold. Some things feel lighter once they're not owned. I used to think that staying was the bravest way. Believing has its quiet strength when done without display. No door slammed behind me, no speech prepared in mind, just a sense of knowing I was done on time. I didn't take it with me, no regret, no proof. I kept the part that mattered and let its position, nothing rearranged. I was the only difference, and that was enough change. I walk with empty pockets, but a steadier pace. Some weight you only notice after it's erased. Not every exit leaves a mark, not every choice feels clear. Some moments end so quietly you barely hear. No victory, no loss, no story to retell, just the calm of something finished, ending well. I didn't take it with me, what asked too much to stay. I chose the simple courage of walking away. The day goes on without me, I'm not behind, I'm free. I didn't lose a thing, I left it where it used to be.
Final breeze before the first snow. Steam fades in a colder air. My cup leaves a circle behind. The street speaks softly to itself in sounds I don't need to define. I let the noise stay gentle. I let the moment blur. Nothing here needs focus. Nothing needs to be sure. A chair drags, then apologizes. Laughter thins into the rain. The music doesn't lead or follow, it just remains. I let the noise stay gentle. I don't try to hold the day. The song hums like a side thought and slowly fades to gray. If this track skips for half a beat, I wind it all. Imperfections feel like proof that something's real. I let the noise stay gentle. I let the edges fall. The rain keeps moving past the glass. I stay where I am. Static settles back into sound. Another cup, another round. I stop halfway through a thought and let it breathe. I used to rush the ending, tie the words up tight, but some things lose their color when you force them into light. I felt the pull to explain, to make it all make sense. Then I noticed how without asking me to choose. There's a calm in letting go before the moment breaks, and knowing some directions don't require names. I learned to leave the light on low, let the edges stay unknown. Some feelings work better when they're left alone. If I spoke too clearly, I'd lose what I found. There's truth in the quiet that noise can't hold down. No promise, no closure, no line to defend. Just a soft understanding that doesn't need an end. I learned to leave the light on low, let the meaning move slow. Some feelings work better when they grow on their own. I didn't lose the feeling, I let it stay right where it wanted to be.
Rain traces lines along the curb. The music starts before I notice. Chairs are stacked along the wall, still damp from earlier rain. A cup arrives without a word. Everything feels trained to wait. Cars glide past with lowered sound, their colors washed and thin. I watch the street forget itself and start again. I don't follow where the rain goes, I don't ask it why. I sit where the song keeps breathing, let the minutes slide. A door swings shut, then swings again. Someone steps into the gray. The pavement shines like it remembers every yesterday. The bass walks slow behind the beat. The piano leaves its mark. Each note feels slightly late, but warm and dark. I don't hurry through the quiet, I don't chase the day. I let the sound stay just enough and fade the rest away. The rain grows tired for a while, then finds its voice again. It taps in places no one sees or ever plans. A server wipes the edge of time from every empty chair. The song stays low like it belongs to no one there. If this moment slips unnoticed, that's alright with me. Some things aren't meant to linger or be seen. No lift, no fall, no perfect end, no reason to remain. Just sound and rain and borrowed light, repeating names. I don't hold on to the feeling, I don't make it stay. I let it pass the way it came, and that's okay. keeps moving soft and slow. The cafe hums the same. I leave the song still playing here. The rain knows the way.
I stopped checking the clock before it noticed me. The day arrived without warning, no shape, no frame. I tried to give it meaning, but it never stayed the same. Plans fell out of order, like cards I never dealt. I watched the minutes soften before I ever felt them. The hours didn't ask me what I wanted them to be. They moved like open water, quiet and I used to mark the moments, draw lines around the day, but time kept slipping sideways, uninterested in my way. Somewhere between before and next, I lost the need to know what I was moving toward or what I'd outgrown. The hours didn't ask me for focus or control. They passed like passing thoughts I didn't hold. I sat inside the middle, not early, not too late, where nothing needed urgency and nothing needed weight. The world kept all its noise, but it fell far away, as if the day was happening without my say. If I don't name the moment, it doesn't disappear. It just stays unfinished and strangely clear. No deadline, no direction, no reason to decide. Sometimes time moves better when it's not divided. The hours didn't ask me to hurry or to stay. They gave me space to be here and drift away. I looked up when it ended, but it was already gone. The day didn't need remembering to know it happened. Vinyl crackles as the rain leans in. The window fogs with passing hours. The spoon rings soft against the cup. Outside, umbrellas bloom and fade. Inside, I'm in no rush to rush. Let the rain fall out of tune. Let the afternoon stay low. In this lo-fi corner moment,
just that.
Rain settles into the rhythm of the block. Somewhere a door closes slow. Tables stretch along the pavement, all facing the same grave view. Coffee cools between my hands, nothing here feels new. Bikes pass with dampened bells, footsteps blur and slide. The street keeps talking to itself, I don't interrupt this time. I let the city play in halftime, no need to catch the beat. The music stays behind the words like rain beneath my feet. A napkin lifts then gives up, the wind changes its mind. Someone laughs from 2 cafes down, then leaves it behind. Windows glow with different tones, each one telling less. I sit inside the smallest sounds and let the rest pass. I don't lean into the moment, I don't pull away. I let the hours soften up and drift the way they may. The baseline walks a crooked line, never quite on time. The piano drops a note or two, then lets them slide. It feels like this song's been here long before I came. Just borrowing a voice tonight, then moving on again. If the rain slows down to nothing, the street will keep its shape. The music knows how to remain without needing change. No chorus reaching for the light, no ending dressed in gold. Just something warm that fills the gaps and does what it's told. I let the city play in halftime, I let the noise stay kind. The song doesn't ask me where I've been or what I'll leave behind. A cup gets cleared, another comes, the table shifts an inch. The afternoon exhales itself without a flinch. I watch reflections lose their grip along the broken stone. Every sound feels briefly mine, then gone. Rain thins out but doesn't stop. The street stays much the same. I leave the song where it belongs, still playing, unnamed.
Fades in and out like it's unsure where it belongs. I pack my words in quiet lines, never meant to cross the shore. They stayed folded in my pocket like they'd been there before. The days grew wide and unafraid of being left alone. I learned how far a thought could travel without going home. I wasn't waiting for a sign or something to appear. Some distances don't disappear, they settle in the air. kept breathing in its time, unconcerned with me. I traced your name and disappear in sand, then let it be. Voices came and passed me by like stations out of range. I listened just long enough to hear them change. I wasn't trying to return or turn the page. Some things stay unfinished and age that way. The nights grew long but never heavy, just quietly complete. I found a rhythm in the dark that didn't need my feet. Every thought I didn't send found another form. Not every silence is a loss. Some keep you warm. If the signal breaks apart mid-sentence, mid-breath, it doesn't mean the meaning's gone. It just changed depth. No promise tied to land, no ending I could claim, just water moving patiently without a name. I wasn't waiting for an answer or a place to land. Some distances don't ask for more than what I am. The radio hums a final tone and then slips away again.